Hi, in this video we're going to learn how to create our basic web page. This is going to be the reference that we're going to use in the class to create this text in a web browser. Now remember that in the previous class we learned what is the difference between websites and web pages. And also, we learned a little bit about the basic elements of the HTML. Anyways, remember that in your study guide or in your study book, also you can find more information about hypertext markup language. Let's start with the exercise. Here we have this task instruction of a web page called I like bananas, fruit. And the first thing that we need is to know which tool are we going to use in our computer. It is clear that it depends if you're working in a PC or if you're working in an iMac or in an iOS system, right? In our school, we work with the iMacs, but if you want to do this exercise at home and you own a Windows PC, you can go and look for the Notepad. This is the same program that we use, but with a different name. In the case of our school, we're going to use in the Launchpad, we can find in other the TextEdit program. Now let's open it. We're going to make this more comfortable for us to see. Now remember that to create something simple as this, we're going to need the HTML tags. In class, we learned a little bit more about what is the meaning of each one, and we put in practice also how to use them. The first thing that we're going to do in the case of our computers in the iMacs in class, in the school, is to change this format. Maybe in the Notepad, this is not going to be necessary. If you don't see this format in your Notepad, then it's okay. But in the case of our TextEdit program, we're going to need a change. To change the format from RTF to TXT or to plain text, we're going to go to Format, and right here we're going to select the option called Make Plain Text. When we see that there is no menu or tab here for tools, it becomes a TXT and we're ready to go. So let's go back to our example. It said that we're going to create a page called Fruit, I Like Bananas. So to start any document, we're going to go ahead and type our first tag. Doc type HTML, and we close the curly bracket. This first tag is universal. We're going to need it every time we're going to start a document of HTML. The second tag is going to be HTML. Open curly bracket, and inside of this, we're going to create the head. It's very important that you know what is the meaning of each part that I am using. This is the part when I create an identity to my site. Now, with the clicking of one-time tab, I can make some more space to organize my code. And then I'm going to go ahead and type my title. Now remember, the title of this site is Fruit. And then I will close it. Closing means that I am not going to do anything else related to this title. Very necessary. Okay, I'm going to go ahead. This is the end of the head. So I'm going to close head. And then I'm going to focus on the body of my text. So this is what is going to show the text in my site. Between the body, I am going to type the header 1, which is welcome to your first web page, and then I will close it. And now a paragraph, just like here. The paragraph is going to say, I like bananas. And then I can close. Now that I have finished with the text, I'm going to write the closing of the HTML and the closing of the body. First, the body. This is the end of the body of my text, and this is the end of my HTML text, right? Okay, now here comes something very important. A lot of students are having difficulties with this in class. Here it is. When I am going to save this, I have to go to File and click on Save. This is going to open the window that accesses to all of the elements that I am going to select to save my document properly. Remember, this is an HTML document. So I'm going to call this page, or this HTML, fruit, and I am going to give the extension HTML to my document. I am not going to change anything here, and I am going to uncheck this because I don't want the extension .txt. I want it to be HTML, so to that I have to uncheck it. If you're in class, obviously, be careful where are you going to save your work. There are many options. Then you're going to be in trouble trying to find your document. Remember, go to the rest of the options right here or here, and then here you can click on Documents. Find in Documents the folder with your name, Unit 3, and here you can save your document. Let's save it. In my case, this is something that happens. I already had a document like that, so I just replaced it. If everything is fine, I am going to open this document and it will go and open it in the browser. So let's do it. So if I go to my documents, find the documents, here where it says Liliana de la Hoz, I'm going to click on Unit 3. And then here where it says Fruit HTML, I'm going to double click on it. And here we go. If everything is working fine, this is the result. Now let's compare our result to the example. And it's exactly the same. Remember that you have to upload this document in tinyurl.com here, /GCB turned in. And that's it. That was our first exercise. Let's see what is going to happen in the next activity. See you next time.